Africans and Africa, we used to be afraid of the Western powers because we used to know how they do things and what they always do. And all the times we would try to save ourselves, or rather, all the times we would try to go against them whenever they are doing something, or whenever they want us to do something that we don't want. Any leader who would try to come out and try to revolve, or rather try to boycott their things, or rather try to oppose them, they would go ahead and eliminate them. They would go ahead and kill them. That's what they did to Muammar Gaddafi when he was trying to defend. When they were trying to defend themselves, defending their country and defending Africa. That's what they did to Thomas Sankara. That's what they did to those other history leaders. We know them. We know the history. They've been eliminating them. Anytime you try to come out and oppose whatever they're asking you to do, you go ahead and they go ahead and eliminate you. And that fear has been with us for quite some time. Okay, that fear has been with people, a lot of people, and a lot of African leaders, because they knew they don't have this power to be able to oppose the Westerners. But it is not that we didn't have power. It's because there was some kind of a fear that was on us. And this fear, this fear is normal. And just a simple message to Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel Macron is trying to scare Africans. He's trying to scare African leaders. And I want to tell Emmanuel, I want to tell Emmanuel Macron that he needs to understand that Africans, and in Africa there is no more fear, because you made our ancestors, you made them afraid. They got afraid of you people, and then they did things out of fear. Sometimes some of them did it out of maybe they didn't have the knowledge of what they were doing, and therefore they did some things. Okay, and it at the end of the day, it came to the repercussions were like it came to suffer them most. Okay, but you need to understand, this is another generation. Yes, you've been eliminating people. Those people who try to come out and oppose what you do, those people have been eliminated for a very long time. You come out, you get eliminated. But it was that time when people really had fear. But this is another generation. And there's a video I played for you people when Ibrahim Traore was actually admitting that he is a soldier. He is not a politician. Okay, and soldiers do what many people don't expect they can do. So I want Emmanuel Macron to understand that Ibrahim Traore is a soldier. He is not a politician, because he's trying to send some threats to Burkina Faso, some threats to some African countries who are asking them out of Africa. And I don't know why should they be doing that, because they need to understand this is Africa. This is not West. This is Africa, and Africans have got their own rights. They need to govern themselves. They need to do whatever they want in their country, because Africa belongs to them. Africa does not belong to France. Okay? And I want you to see what Emmanuel Macron said.
One part was our commitment to fighting terrorism since 2013. We were right. I think some have forgotten to say thank you, but that's okay. It'll come in time. I'm in a good position to know that ingratitude is a disease that cannot be transmitted to humans. But I say this for all the African governments who have not had the courage, in the eyes of their public opinion, to bear it. None of them would be in a sovereign country today if the French army had not been deployed in this region.
Welcome back again. That is what Emmanuel Macron said. Emmanuel Macron is trying to insult Africa and is saying that Africans are going to regret. Africa is going to regret. But yes, he has said that Africa we are going to regret. But Emmanuel Macron, before you speak that way and before you tell Africans that we are going to regret, I want you to listen to what Ibrahim Traore is saying.
They do everything in every conceivable and imaginable way to make us fearful and anxious. They come into our homes, residences and palaces and invade and intrude. They threaten us directly or with veiled threats in various forms and manners. Of course, we respond appropriately, decisively, and firmly as we should. They always take examples. They will tell us, Thomas Sankara tried to do it this way, but where is he? He is dead. The Haitian president, he tried to do it this way. Where is he? He is dead. Gaddafi tried to do it this way. Where is he? He is dead. Such a person has nothing if he is in prison. All of this is to try to scare us, to make us cowards. I think they haven't understood something. When we say homeland or death, we will overcome. It's not just a phrase. It has all its meaning. We are not afraid, and we will never be afraid.
I am not a politician. I'm not joking. I am a soldier. And I prefer to tell you the truth.
He is a soldier. He does not fear anything. And right now, all Africans are soldiers. I am a soldier. Every African youth, we are soldiers. Because I believe you have seen how we are behaving. I believe you have seen how we are talking. You see, we're talking without fear because we understand that it's either now or never. Because sometimes it gets to a point, even if you're chasing someone, or rather, if you are afraid of someone, of an enemy, maybe if someone is chasing you, you run. You're running. You will never run for all your life. You will never run for the rest of your life, okay? Even that person will tell you himself, you are running from me, away from me, but you'll never run forever. In your life, you need to understand one thing. Sometimes it comes to a moment, it comes to a time when now you don't have to run anymore. Maybe you have been running all your life, but it gets to a point and it gets to a moment where you cannot run anymore. Where you can't run anymore, where you declare running now something that you cannot be doing. Because you'll never run all your life. You will run, but when you get to your home, you no more run. Okay? Because if someone can chase you up to your home, would you leave that person to continue chasing you? Even a dog, when you're chasing a dog, when that dog gets home, it will begin now barking back at you because you can't chase it forever. So we have been gaining and trying to gather courage, and that courage now is with us. We are all soldiers. Ibrahim Traore is a soldier, and we are all soldiers. So do not expect us to take your fears, your threats. Do not expect us to take your threats and maybe to be challenged by your threats, to be afraid of your threats. You continue threatening us, but we have made a decision. A decision that we have made is Africa is for Africans. Africa for Africans. France for French people. Stay in your country and let us stay in our countries. We cannot continue taking your threats because you guys are taking us for granted. You guys are making bad use of us. You're mistreating us. You want us to take that mistreatment and all those things. We can't take them anymore. We've been taking it for quite some time. Struggling and suffering because of the things you've been doing unto us. And we have just been quiet for all this time. Admitting onto your rules, adhering to your instructions, what you're telling us to do is what we do. For God's sake, you guys came in Africa. You're saying, because what you're saying is that you came in Africa to help Africans fight enemies. So, how does fighting enemies and ruling us comes from? Like, how does those two connect? Because if you came to fight enemies, if your aim was to come to Africa and fight enemies, you need to have just stayed in the department and in the position of fighting enemies. But now, telling us what to do, how to do things, how to drive ourselves, how to govern ourselves, how does fighting enemies and guiding ourselves, ruling ourselves and governing ourselves connect? It simply means you guys came to Africa in using a way of fighting, helping us to fight enemies. But in real sense, you wanted a way of coming to Africa. You just wanted a way of coming and staying in Africa and taking the resources that belongs to Africans, taking the minerals that belongs to Africans. That was your initial aim. That was your original aim, to come and take the minerals. Your aim was not to come and help Africans. And that is why when Africans are now asking you to go back to your country and leave Africa, it's really upsetting you. Why is it upsetting you? It's upsetting you because you feel like there is something you're going now to lose. You came to Africa to help Africans fight enemies. But now, when we look around, we realize you have a lot of companies in Africa that belongs to you people. France have got many companies. Total Energies is even here in Kenya. It's a company that belongs to France. and it is spread. It is all over Africa, everywhere in Africa. When you go, Total Energies company, it belongs to France. But you're telling us you came to Africa to help Africa fight enemies. What happened until now? You began building your companies in Africa, that now when we are asking you to go out of Africa, you find it so difficult to go out of Africa. You don't want to go. It's because you know there is something that you're going to lose here in Africa. Okay? And therefore, you're beginning to instill fear in us. You're beginning to threaten us. You're beginning to tell us we shall regret. What are we regretting of? After all, we have suffered under your hands for a very long time. So there is nothing else more that you're going to do other than making us suffer, other than making us go through some shits. Okay? So it's either you leave or we take you out. Okay? We are giving you as simple instructions: leave Africa. So you'll have to accept leaving Africa, or we shall make you leave Africa by force. That's what you'll do. Because revolution is coming and no more fear. We don't fear anymore. So you, Emmanuel Macron, you talk whatever you want. Speak whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Threaten everybody however you want. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, anything you say will never bear any fruit. Because we have decided. You people are used to eliminating other people who are trying to fight for their rights. You kill them. But it has come to a time where it is not going to happen anymore. We are fighting for our rights. We are fighting for what rightfully belongs to us. And you are not going to do anything about that. We are fighting for what rightfully belongs to us. You cannot do anything about that. And we have decided we are going to fight. We are not going to be afraid until the last drop of the blood, until our last breath. We shall fight. We shall fight for what belongs to us, because even if we die, our children have to live in peace in the land of Africa. So you say whatever you want to say and speak whatever you want to speak. But at the end of the day, we have made a decision. We have made a choice. You said we are going to regret. It is okay. Let us regret. But we are fighting for what belongs to us rightfully. And remember, Ibrahim Traore is a soldier. Do not try to threaten Ibrahim Traore. And nothing should make you think that Ibrahim Traore is on his own. No, he is with us. Listen, I am a Kenyan. I'm not a Burkinabe person. I don't come from Burkina Faso. I am a Kenyan. But this is how I am speaking towards Ibrahim Traore. This is how I'm defending Ibrahim Traore. Ask yourself, what about people from Burkina Faso? What about people? Kenya is from the eastern part of Africa. Burkina Faso is from the western part of Africa. From West Africa. We are far from each other. But I am from the eastern part of Africa. This is how I'm talking about Ibrahim Traore. This is how I'm defending Ibrahim Traore. Ask yourself, what about people from Burkina Faso? How do they love Ibrahim Traore and how can they defend him? What about people from the western part of Africa? What about people from the Sahel region? So nothing should make you, or nothing should lie to you that Ibrahim Traore is on his own. No. Ibrahim Traore, all Africans are behind Ibrahim Traore. And the biggest mistake you people can do, the biggest mistake, I'm telling you this for free, the biggest mistake the West can do, the imperialists, the oppressors, the best mistake France can do right now is to eliminate Ibrahim Traore. Do that at your own risk. I'm telling you that for free. Do that at your own risk. Because even if it happens today, God forbid, I'm not saying it's going to happen because nothing like that will happen. But if at all it happens today, you will not have solved anything. Because Africans will stand for themselves. And any other leader who will ever come to power, even after Ibrahim Traore, any other leader who will ever come to power and try to side with you people, we shall deal with them accordingly. We shall deal with them accordingly. That is to tell you, you have lost Africa and you are not going to acquire Africa anymore. It has happened, you have lost Africa, and that is it. Ibrahim is a lion. You can see how he's a lion. We cannot even compare Ibrahim Traore with you. Ibrahim Traore is a man who can build Africa alone with a very short time, and Africa can be a very strong nation. Even Burkina Faso itself can be a very big, strong nation that even compared to France, it can be bigger than France. Because Ibrahim Traore is a leader and a half. He's a person who loves people with the interests of people. Okay? So nothing should make you think that you're going to take down Ibrahim Traore. This is a soldier. Nothing should make you think you're going to instill fear and threaten Ibrahim Traore. This is a soldier, remember. Okay? And this time round, you guys are not going to get anything from Africa. Africa for Africans. That is what we say. That is what we have decided. And that is what we are going to do as Africans. So you threaten us however you want, instill fear however you want, but just know that you are dealing with soldiers. You're not dealing with politicians. At the end of the day, that's just my opinion. Do let me know what you have to say on the comment section. I'll do my best to make sure I'm reading all the comments and reply where possible. African Streamline is your platform. When you be here, just know you are at the right place and feel safe being an African Streamline. I love you all, my brothers from Caribbean, from diaspora, from Africa. You are the greatest people ever. Africa is our home. African Nyumbani, and everything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as African people. I love you so much. I salute you people wherever you are. Let us be able to fight for Africa, because Africa is our land. Everybody must support Ibrahim Traore. I say it again, everybody must support Ibrahim Traore. A big shout out to Ibrahim Traore, big shout out to Burkina Faso, big shout out to African people who are supporting Ibrahim Traore. All right, adios guys.